Peregrine, and this is your guide to Wabbit Season, the Deadly Wind Bunny Arena Guide. Now, when hunting wabbits, it's important to be very quiet. These wabbits are weak to fire, so make sure that you're using Megamine because her explosion is going to deal a lot of damage. These wabbits can be poisoned, hazed, or bound. The waves this arena are going to be very different. If you remember when we were hunting frogs and there were two giant toads, this is going to be very similar. There will be two large foes with boss level health. This time we won't be using main Megamine. Leave her at home. You're going to want to use a fire Megamine. I will warn you, this boss deals heavy AoE damage, so be prepared to take some hits. Even more than most arenas, the Mage Team is so strong I don't see any way for any other team to work. Christmas Wiz being on element means that she is going to deal massive damage, and I don't see how you can get into the top 1k without her. Due to the way the waves are structured, you're going to want to use a fire Megamine. I'm not really sure if you're going to use 4-star explosive Megamine or the 3-star version. It's going to depend on what skill level you have and on how the damage on the waves works out. I am also not sure if you're going to use the first version of Explosion or the second one. It's going to depend on how you deal with the waves and how much charge you are able to get before you get to the boss. Using Halloween Union with Megamine would probably tilt it towards the second version of her explosion as it deals much more damage. However, there is a situation where you may use the first version and explode on the second Wabbit. I'm not sure which one will work out to be the best, but I have a feeling that you'll want to save the explosion for the boss, because when it quits, it's going to deal a lot more damage than even that second Wabbit has. The best option for the third SWAT is definitely Union. Her agility up is just way too valuable to be able to pass up. If you don't have her, you can use Swimsuit Win, Awu, or even the 3-star Welfare Win that has fire attacks. They all have their advantages, but Union is definitely the best. I'm not sure if you will win El Silo in the last SWAT, or if you'll win her in the fourth SWAT because you're going to need some healing immediately. It will depend on how much damage you personally take during the waves, and how much damage the boss deals. But I think the lineup of a Fire Megamine, Christmas Wiz, Halloween Union, either Awu or Win, and El Silo is going to be the best team for this arena. If you're missing some of those options, check my welfare recommendations. They are not quite as good as this team, but they're the best way to patch some holes if you're missing some of the more meta options. A physical team? Who loses that on Fire Arena? Well, you don't have to laugh at me. I want to use a physical team too. And someday it might be viable, but not right now. Even if you're going to want a physical team, you're still going to have to use Megamine. Her explosion damage is just too high to leave her out of a team, even a mostly physical one. Fire Mitsurugi is going to be the best one for the team. He has an agility buff that will absolutely make or break having a physical team even be remotely possible. I think that next you'll want to run Melissa. Her summer version is probably the best one. You might could get away with her 3-star version if you don't have that. But you'll definitely need Halloween Iris. She just deals so much damage, and she has the healing to help keep your team alive. I think Maid Quiz is going to be another option. You could run Erica instead, but Quiz is probably going to be better. This is a physical team in Fire Arena. It's more of a meme team than a dream team. But don't let your memes be dreams. You can make them a reality. Just don't expect to get a top 1k score if you're using a physical team this time. If you're broke, there is a welfare option to use on this arena. Honestly, 3-star Megamine might just be the best choice this arena, even over a maxed out 4-star. It just sort of depends. Her skill cooldowns are lower, which means that it's easier for her to charge Alt 1.5. And if you've maxed out her skills, but not the 4-stars, she's definitely the winner. Other welfare options are quite good. Cafe Union is a great option. She's not as good as Halloween Union, but she's still really strong here. I would also recommend using Welfare Firewind. Her skills are quite good, and she could be a great help this arena. If you're using Fire Zero, that's not the best choice. I would probably use Amelia or Cafe Cecily before I would use her, but if you're stuck with some budget choices, she's not half bad. As for Bunny Wiz, well, I would replace her with Halloween Iris if you don't have Christmas Wiz. Christmas Wiz is pretty much going to be mandatory if you want to place in the top 1K. But if you don't have her at all and you're scraping the bottom of the barrel, she's better than nothing. That's all, folks. Thanks for watching. There'll be a stream on Tuesday. See you then. Bye now.